Almost forgot my hat. Where my hat is at. There my hat is at. It's on my head. Right where I left it. Brunor! Battle hammer! Charging down the field, better wave the banner. Something, something, something. Yeah! Brunor! Battle hammer! I don't remember the words. This would be a lot more fun if I remembered the words. Which stinks because I remembered the words yesterday and sang it flawlessly when I was making my tea. And now today I don't. I'm like Taravangian over here. Shout out to all my Stormlight people who understood that reference. Boo, boo, doo. Hello, Reds fan. Welcome, Rajuvie. Good morning, Monastic Coffee. Good to have you all. My 3 loyal viewers. Thank you. Just 3. The only 3 people. Besides, there's a few hundred others. But y'all are the real ones. This new account is fun. I'm actually going to be focusing on that again today. So we can cater to the morning crowd. Basically, like, I know that there are people like, oh, this is perfect. Like Foolish Genius, who missed the afternoon show yesterday when we started the new account, but they're here for the morning show today. So I figure, like, to cater for the afternoon folks yesterday and for the morning folks today, we'll just also focus on new account stuff for this one. And I'm going to save Narak Attack for tomorrow. It's going pretty well, Foolish Genius. I am enjoying it very much. Good morning to Jordan in Salem. What's up, Banana? Cradle TPS now, Narak? What madness is this? It's a new day. It's a new dawn. What is it that... What is that quote from Dewey from Malcolm in the Middle? It's like, the future is now, old man! Yeah. It's a good one. Hello, Nighthawk. Hello, Alex Byrne. Not yet, Alex. Not yet. I didn't have time yesterday, and I most certainly will not have time today. But tomorrow, I should be able to actually have some time to figure that out. Wednesdays and Thursdays are my busiest days for streaming. So for doing work outside of my streams, I need to do them on other days. Hey, Loyal. Good to see you. Sands of magic. I'm the champions this game. Oh, yeah. He's got a cup of tea for wedding his wife's son. And his advice is on point like a magic sun. I don't even know what this voice is. Hey, Mom,
'cause we got questions for you. Yeah. Hey, Mars, we need your guidance too. From your guiding hand. Yeah. Look sharp.
I'm never doing that one again. That was weird. That was just plain weird. Alright, let's do the thing. Very carefully grab this cup of tea, because I did not have the handle pointed the right way. There we go. Alright. Welcome, everyone, to Mars Guiding Hand. I'm Mars. This is Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms, the free-to-play, officially licensed Dungeons & Dragons Formation Strategy Management game from Codename Entertainment. On this show, we take a look at the latest content, discuss strategies, answer any questions that you may have about the game. So, get cozy, grab a drink, and join me for a little while as we talk about all things Idle Champions. Today is Thursday. Is it Thursday yet? May 5th, 2022. It's episode 192. And today, new game go brrr. I'm glad you like the code, Foolish. Cheers, everyone. I have a rare tea for the show today, one that I don't break out very often. Strawberry and vanilla green tea from Taylor's of Harrogate. Delicious. The first strawberry tea that I ever had. I like it very much. So, I hope you all are doing well. So, quick check-in, where I'm at with my account. If you missed the memo, last week, I had Twitch chat do a poll, and you all voted. Twitch chat voted to retire my Epic account, the one that I started in December last year. We played it until the start of May this year. A nice clean 5 months, and we did like a retrospective on the journey yesterday, the general progression of the account, what all happened, and we retired it. Same day, we started a brand new account on Steam. Twitch chat also voted what we should do for the rules of this new account, and what y'all decided on was just a simple and clean new game, no gimmicks, no special challenges, and grabbing literally everything that's freely available to me. I gotta be free to play, strictly free to play, but other than that, just grab anything that's handed to me. Yikes. This is probably the end of this run, which is good, because this is the Cridal Unlock run. And it's my 4th adventure entirely. Let's jump over to unlocking Dungeon Master now. Here we go. I'm at 2E5 favor in the event, and that's just from doing the Shaka unlock run and then the Cridal unlock run. 2E5 favor now. Hopefully getting to E6 or E7 from this one. We'll see how it goes. So that's where we're at. We are just on our way to unlocking characters, playing the game, getting patrons going, split the party, Modron stuff, Trials Mount Team, like everything. We're just... It's a fresh start. It's a new day. The journey begins again! This is my 11th account. 1-1. 11th account for Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms. I think it's the second account I've ever had on Steam, though. Yeah. Yeah, there was a Steam promotion that ran for a week. It ended yesterday, and because of that, I was able to get Orkira and Whittle and Ayla and Catti-Brie and Averin, as well as some chests and shinies for each of them, which is giving me a powerful start, to say the least. So I'm very curious to see how much of a difference that's going to make. It's a big difference already. By the way, if you have questions for me, go ahead and drop them in Twitch chat. If you're over on YouTube, I can see your comments, but we are not catching questions from YouTube. That's just because our mods are just watching Twitch, really. If you're over on Steam, I do not see your comments at all. Sorry. But if you're on Twitch, please post questions. And if you have questions and you're on a different platform, come over to Twitch. Drop a question in Twitch chat. Jordan, my excellent moderator, is going to be grabbing your questions for me. Thank you, Jordan, for moderating, producing, and catching questions today. Oh yeah, I guess we do need a command for that, don't we, J-Dog? If I have time for that, I'll make that happen. I'll make a note. Command for new game. Okay. But before we get to new questions, we also have leftover questions. Just 3. We have 3 leftover questions from yesterday from Plumcross, Count Zero Interrupted, and Rysong. So hopefully y'all are here to hear the answers to your questions. But even if you're not, hopefully answering these questions will help somebody else. So let's take care of these leftovers while we play through Dungeon Master Unlock. Plumcross, question: how do we get better bear for event champions after the event is over? Alright, so you're going to want to go to the woods, obviously. Most bears live in the woods. Most. Some don't. Some live in zoos. Some live in tundras. Most are in the woods. Most are in forests. So go to the forest if you want to get a better bear. You should bring food, especially like really pungent food. I'm talking like raw meat, like split berries, so the juices are like mingling with the air. You want to get those particles out there. You want to attract the bear to your location, right? Not your location, rather, but like a location where the food is. You want to set some kind of a trap, like a, I don't know, some kind of a drop-down cage or something. Maybe you could tranquilize it? I don't know. I don't know how you'd go about procuring tranquilizer darts or something. You could just try to befriend the bear, for that matter. You don't have to be, like, so aggressive about it. You could just, like, be nice. Keep feeding it. Like, just keep giving it food until it associates you with free food. And then it'll like you, and it'll come with you willingly. So, that's my recommendation. If you want a better bear for event champions after the event is over, oh, is it gear? Oh, how do you get better gear for event champions after the event is over? Oh, wow, well that's egg on my face. Just having some fun. You want better gear on event champions after the event is over. Opening up Electrum chests is going to give you gear for event champions even after the event is over. Plus, you can also do time gates to get gold chest and silver chest for an event champion. Also, their gear will show up in patron chests for the patrons that they qualify for being used with. And their gear will also show up in weekend newsletter chests if the weekend newsletter chest is, like, if the weekend buff is for that champion. There you go. I hope you all enjoyed bear strategies. Count Zero Interrupted, question: can blacksmithing contracts ever upgrade rarity or only item level? Only item level. Only item level. That's it. Rysong, do you recommend using all bounty contracts to get tokens and then running event free plays to get chests? Do I recommend the general concept of using bounty contracts to get tokens? Yes. But would I use them all, like, as soon as an event starts and then running free plays? No. No, I would not. I would give it some time. Like, when a new champion is released, it's always a very exciting time, of course, because, like, oh, the possibilities, right? But you want to give at least a few days for the community to come to some kind of consensus on, like, a temperature read on a champion, how much of a priority that they should be compared to the other champions in that event. And then you might decide, like, you know what? This event is fine, but I'm not super excited about all the characters in this event. So I'm glad I didn't spend all my bounty contracts so that I can save them for the next event, or the next one, or the next one. Once you spend your bounty contracts, you're committing to spending those event tokens on the current event. If you're excited about those characters in the current event, awesome, do it. Yeah, have fun. But there is wisdom in holding back, in being patient. Okay. That takes care of all the leftovers. Let's get to the new stuff. Foolish. Who are you and what have you done with Hype Man Mars? I am Hype Man Mars. I'm just also Honest Mars, as much as I can help it. Because, like, I want y'all to have a good time with the game. So yeah, my serious recommendation is, if you just aren't sold on the characters in an event, I love Dungeon Master, I think he's awesome. But, like, if you don't care, then okay. Just play with the natural event tokens that you get over the course of time for the event, and don't spend your bounty contracts. Save them for the next event. That's it. Onyx Squared. So we're getting into the new stuff now. Question. Hi, Mars. Hi, Onyx. With the newest changelog, is Krydle back to being underwhelming? Thanks. Yeah, let's take a look at that. Fixed Krydle Smoke Bomb getting misinterpreted as click damage. Is that it? I'm not seeing anything else that just, like, actually talks about correcting Krydle's damage, just correcting the label of Krydle stuff being click damage. Or was that the problem? Was it because it was being labeled as click damage that it was causing the issue? Anyway, if that bug is fixed, then he will be back to underwhelming. Yeah. Is it sad? Yes. Is it a bummer? Yes. But it's also like, we all knew it was a bug. Like, there's no way that was supposed to be legit. And I was telling y'all, like, they're gonna be fixing that real quick. There's no way they're gonna let that fly. And then, true, it got fixed really fast. Surprisingly fast. Yeah, 2-year-long bug. Just somehow flew under the radar this entire time. This is going to go down in history as, like, the best-kept secret of Idle Champions. Apparently, Krydle was super strong for 2 years, but we all joked about him being terrible. Wow. If only we had known. But if we had known, then it would have been fixed earlier. Yeah. Oh well. Hopefully he will get some buffs for the ways that he's, like, intended to be used. Yeah, I feel that, guys. I see your comments. I do feel like I spoiled the fun. Sorry. No, old man says he can still clear 1050 no problem with no item levels. Wow, really? Huh. I mean, that's gonna also largely depend on, like, how strong your supports are. The rest of your team. Like, if you got like full shiny golden epics on all the supports that you're using, then you're gonna go far no matter what DPS you're fielding. Alright, I'm gonna move on. Again, sorry, everybody, about Krydle. Niscus question, is it fine if we ask David and Justin in tonight's show to send you an Xbox? I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but it would be more appropriate for me to ask internally. But thank you for asking me first, Niscus. Eurydice, does Whittle outperform Celeste at any point if they're roughly equally geared? Yeah, in my opinion, yes. They also just, like, perform different services, right? Like, they have different roles to play in your game. Celeste is going to give you damage buff, and Celeste is going to give you healing. Whittle is going to give you enemy spawn speed increased and attack speed increase, on top of also just buffing. Is it her ultimate that does healing? I remember that she had a healing tag, and I was like, wait a second, I can't remember what her healing ability is. It's weird to have the healing tag on a champion just because of their ultimate. That feels weird to me. I don't know. I'm not sure about that one. That's like how Yorvin has the healing tag when he just gives damage reduction. That just feels weird. No, Whittle's fantastic, Eurydice. You make enemies come at you faster, so that you're able to clear through things faster. They still buff everyone adjacent to them, both of them do. You're not going to get as much healing out of Whittle as you will out of Celeste, because with Whittle it's just from her ultimate. But your champions will attack things faster. So especially if you're using, like, debuff champions that apply debuffs when they attack things, you're going to get more value out of them that way. This is going to be a difficult formation to design around. I might just clear 50 and get out of here and then go back to Grand Tour or something. Madness. Question. Should I focus on doing variants for Mert or doing campaign to unlock Vajra? Ooh. You should do the bare minimum for Mert. Like, do enough variants to have the influence to be allowed to purchase the Time Gate piece and the Modron component chest, and make sure you have enough currency to grab those each week. And, like, when you've got that out of the way, for the rest of the week, work on unlocking Vajra. That would be my suggestion. Erectos. So those extra champions are better than the original ones. Oh, like event champions? So like Krydle, Shaka, Dungeon Master? Or do you mean like the extra champions that I started on this account? Like Orkira, Whittle, Ayla, Catti-brie, Averin, because I got them from the Steam promotion. I mean, those are also event champions, just for the record. They're in the same category as these. With the Steam bonus. Okay, thank you, Erectos, for the clarification. Yes. Yes, they are. Significantly better. I'll still use Brunor in certain situations, especially once I eventually get to doing Azaka farming. There's going to be times when I want to use Celeste because, like, I might be taking constant damage from something in a variant, and so having Celeste able to heal 2 columns in front of her could be helpful there. Ashara is gonna be better than Evelyn in the long run for me, but at the beginning here, when I'm low on tank options, I'm gonna be probably using Evelyn more so than using Ashara. My Catti-brie is better than Minsk, largely because I have amazing gear on my Catti-brie already because of those chests. And my Minsk has empty slots, so he really can't even compete right now. Ayla is incredible as a tank and a support. Makos is also good. Shaka is also good. But I just also really like using Ayla. She's a debuffer. And she has a self-shield. She has a ton of survivability because of that shield. And she's always stunning things and knocking them back. She's fantastic. Averin in slot 11, who you can't see yet, is arguably the strongest support in the game. And I got the absolute best gear for him that I could have hoped for from those chests that I opened. Really hit the jackpot there. Doughboy 7077. Quick question. Who is in slot 1 and why aren't they Deacon? Yeah, so this is Orkira, a character from our very own Lauren Urban, Obo Lauren, in the company. Orkira's a member of the Heroes of the Plains. She's a Dragonborn cleric of the Phoenix. So she has all this healing and fire stuff. Those are her themes. She's very friendly. She has a very raspy voice. Kind of talks like this. It's a poor quality Orkira impression. No, I don't have Alkira. No, because I'm doing free to play. Not that. I'm doing free to play on this account, so I can't get Owlbear or Kira, but I can at least show it off in the shop. It's so cool. You can pick that up right now. Why aren't they Deacon? Because I started this account yesterday. There is no Deacon unlock code, and I'm just gonna have to wait for a time gate to grab a Deacon. Guardians, do you plan to update your visual aids? They are very helpful for quick reference. I appreciate that you enjoy them. Yeah, I worked really hard on those visual aids for years. It's extremely time-consuming. Just the Champion's visual aid alone is a little over 900 different layers in GIMP. 900. It's like 967 layers or something like that. It's close to 1,000. Yeah, it's a ton of effort keeping that updated. And when I started doing those, I didn't have a job. I was totally unemployed. I had zero income and all the free time in the world. I lived off of the charity of my friends and family. But now, I am actually employed by Codename Entertainment. Full-time job. I have a lot less free time and a lot less energy after my workday is done to do personal projects like that. There's also a little conflict of interest thing there, because, like, if I made a thing because I'm employed by the company, it would be this weird gray area of, like, is it an official resource or not? It was fine when I wasn't employed, and so I was just, like, putting that stuff out there as a fan. But now that I actually work for the company, the legal waters are different. It's weird. I wasn't expecting that when I signed on, but that's how it is. So, I have been looking for successors to take on updating the visual aids. And there are a few people who have stepped up to the challenge. Niscus has done some fantastic job. Niscus is in chat, actually. Niscus has done a fantastic job on updating the visual aid and, like, translating it to a web page. So it's pretty cool. I'm looking forward to the finished product. I see their progress from time to time. It's looking really good. So, they will be updated so long as there are members of the community who are willing to keep them updated. It will no longer be me, unfortunately. But thank you for enjoying my work. And good luck to everyone who is taking on that responsibility. Mekimura Osu, question. Not sure if I missed the reply to my question yesterday, or if it got lost in the mass chatter yesterday. Oh my god, yeah, wow, we had 70 questions. It was amazing. What are the first 2 to 3 characters to plan on unlocking with manual time gates? I mean, speed champions. Probably, like, Briv, Human, and Deacon. Like, as time goes on, I'm really coming around on suggesting speed champions specifically for people. Just because the sooner you get speed champions, the faster you can progress through content so that you can catch up on things. It's so hugely important several years into a game that's constantly being updated to be able to go faster. So that you can at least keep pace with everything as it comes out. So even though, like, Avern, Orkira, Baloth, Freely are really strong characters, undoubtedly very powerful support characters, I really strongly feel at this point that speed characters are where it's at, because you have so much to do. There is a deep well of content to play through in this game, and the faster you can do it, well, the faster you can get your rewards for it. Raphael 90340 questions. Yesterday, someone told me that 4-4 Ashara is better than a 10-0 Potpourri. Could explain why 4-4 is better, please, and thank you? Yeah, so it's because it's not specifically that you need to be 4-4 specifically. You could also go 5-5 or 6-4 or 4-6 or 5-4 and then something else, or 4-5 and something else. You get the idea. Point is, with Ashara, you take a Potpourri, or you take whatever bond. Okay, so like, I should have taken Potpourri there for the example, but imagine that I took Potpourri. Fine. Alright, so here's my Ashara. Bond, pretend it says Potpourri. I did the wrong thing. Increase the damage of various champions in the Potpourri bond by, for me, currently 250%. Cool. Ashara herself is an Aarakocra, so she gets the effect of Potpourri. Great, that's why you take Potpourri specifically if you're going to go Ashara DPS. Paragon of Cure Sabal, though. Increase the potency of each of Ashara's bond abilities by whatever percent for every matching bonded race in the party. Additionally, Ashara gains the effect of a given bond if at least 4 champions are affected by it. Right. So, when you get up to like E30-something gold, you can buy an upgrade that gives her second specialization, for her second bond. Then you've got 2 different bonds. If you have 10-0, like 10 champions qualifying for Potpourri, and 0 qualifying for her other bond, let's say half and half as an example, bond half and half and bond Potpourri. So if you have 10 Potpourri and 0 half and half, then she's going to get the benefit of the first bond, and then she's going to get the Paragon of Cure Sabal bonus for that first bond, and then she's not getting the Paragon of Cure Sabal bonus for the second bond at all. So she's double dipping the bonus of her first bond. She's not getting anything out of the second bond. But if you have at least 4 from the second bond, then she's double dipping in the first bond, and then also getting the Paragon of Cure Sabal self-applied bonus for the second bond. So effectively triple dipping from her own bond abilities, which is huge. It gives you a big buff. So you can go 4-4, or you can go 5-5, or whatever of those other combinations that I listed. You just want to make sure that you get both bonds, like, fully satiated, I guess. Get 4 champions of each bond, if you're going to go Ashara DPS. Minimum. You still have 2 slots to play with whatever you want, like you put in Baloth or Old Coria. Activated, yeah, thank you, little Jamie, that works. The name's Bond. Ashara Bond. It's a Calixo. That's fun to say. When you do time gates, you get a chest every 100 levels, correct? Yes. Are you able to get golds or only silvers? Only silvers from that. The actual missions that you do, you get a gold chest for completing the missions for the time gates. There's 3 missions for each time gate. And then the free play, you can just do whatever you want, but What I like to do is I'll just clear the first one, clear the second one, clear the third one. Cool, now I've got my 3 gold chests. And then I'll do 1 free play. And then I'll just go as far as I can in the free play. If I get past stage 100, cool, I have 1 silver chest. If I get past stage 500, cool, I have 5 silver chests. If I get past stage 1000, cool, I have 10 silver chests. Silver event chests, that is. Specific for that champion. It should be noted that that's not every time you clear 100, 200, 300, etc. It's unique per time gate that you do. So the first time you clear stage 100 in a time gate that you have open, you'll get a silver event chest. And then at 200, 300, 400, 500, etc. But then if you, like, go again in that same time gate, you won't get another silver chest for 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, etc. Until you have gone further than you previously did. But if you close that time gate and open up another time gate, then you're good. Why isn't this giving me the... There should be a screenshot thing here. Sometimes it messes up. It's a bit of a mystery why it's just inconsistent like that sometimes. Foolish Genius, question. Do not anger NDA. Okay. But yes or no, do you know what post-event content update is? Oh, like what adventures or whatever might happen after this event? No. I don't, actually. Niscus, is Twitch failing or is it just me? It looks like it's not you. I actually do have some dropped frames. 1.4% dropped frames. Curious. Wonder why. All this week it's been fine until this morning. Huh. It's lagging for some other people too? How have the other shows of mine been this week for those of y'all who have been here? Like, was it totally stable yesterday and the day before? And it's only messing up now? Or was it also messing up the rest of this week? Okay, I am seeing people saying it's a Twitch issue. Jordan's telling me they have a friend streaming and they're having a similar issue now too. Okay. So it might just be Twitch then. Alright, thank you everyone. Appreciate you. Obviously, like, the quality of my stream is very important to me as a performer. Thank you. Alright, Grown McGavin, question. I haven't used any blacksmith contracts yet. I'm a couple weeks in. I was planning on using them Ashara pre-nerf, but now I'm not 100%. Would you recommend using it on DPS or support to start? Even before the change to Ashara, I wouldn't recommend that you use them on Ashara. Ashara is an evergreen champion. Do not spend your blacksmithing contracts on evergreen champions. Only use them on event champions. You're doing yourself a disservice if you spend them on evergreen champions. Because champions like Brunor, Celeste, Naeli, Jarlaxle, Calliope, Ashara, etc., those evergreen champions are so much easier to get gear for from just regular silver and gold chests than event champions. So would I recommend using your blacksmithing contracts on DPS or support? I would recommend using them on a champion that you see yourself using in formations for a long, long time. If you use them, if you're tempted to use them on a DPS champion, at least make sure that they are a dual DPS and support champion. Like Caddy Bree, for example. Just as an example, not a suggestion, just as an example, Caddy Bree is a DPS and support character. So even if I was investing in Caddy Bree to use her as a DPS, if I later decided, actually, I want to use a different DPS, then I could still potentially use her as a support for that DPS. You'll get more value out of the character that way. You just want to have these characters in a position where whoever you're investing in, you're expecting to use them a lot. Hope that helps. Big Carl, 60. Question. When working on the weekly patron challenges, I noticed that gems from boss loot only adds up for my currently selected party and does not for a background party. Has this always been the norm? Gems from boss loot only adds up for my currently selected party. Oh, yeah, you have to, like actually switch over. Oh, wow. I forgot, because it's a new account, I have to actually accept this. Okay, I'll wait on that then. It's funny to be able to see that. It's been so long. That beta disclaimer. Forgot that was even a thing. What was I saying? Yeah, you have to switch over to your other party to actually get your rewards. Because it just, like, really quickly simulates everything. And then hands you the rewards for the simulation. So yeah, that's normal. Churly Fake. Question. Could there be a color distinction between increase in power buff and decrease as debuff when reading the formation buffs? Like aqua and teal for buff increase, or magenta and lavender for debuff rate as desired examples. Oh, interesting. I like the idea. I have two things to say about it. I like visual indicators in games a lot. I mean, the whole reason that I made the visual aids in the first place. I really like being able to present information in a visual way, because there are people who learn better from visual distinctions rather than textual distinctions. Some people just don't like to read. They just like to look at pretty pictures, and that's fine. Both are valid. That being said, when it comes to doing color specifically for some kind of a distinction, I have strong opinions on that. Because I am colorblind. I've talked about this many times now. I have a color vision deficiency, and it can be a real pain. It can be a real nuisance in video gaming. Once upon a time, Dark Cloud 2, the final boss, is completely invincible when they are blue, and they are only vulnerable for about 2 seconds when they turn purple. I'm blue-purple colorblind. I put hundreds of hours into that game, and when I got to the final boss, I couldn't do it. I tried so hard, it was heartbreaking. And so I've never finished it. I've never finished Dark Cloud 2 because of that. It sucks. So anything about, like, color distinction specifically is a dicey situation. I don't even really like that we have blue for rare and purple for epic equipment in here, because that was confusing for me for a long time. So, like, even if we did something like that, I would hope that we would, like, test those, whatever the color options are, through various, there's websites and software tools that you can get access to that helps you see what a color vision deficient person sees. And so you could basically do, like, colorblind friendly color combinations that way. So that'd be my preference, if we did that. So that's thought one. Thought two is, unfortunately, I'm not the right person for this question. I have zero power over that kind of thing. That would be great for Developer Insights, though, which is another show that's coming up later today. Because those are the people who actually make those decisions. So I would strongly suggest that you, Charlie Fake, you take that question to Developer Insights, which is at 2 o'clock Pacific time. Yeah. Hypnotic Sheep. Did you ask about adding your report card to the game? Really hoping for that to be added. Not yet. I showed the team the report card, and there were some very positive reactions. There were a couple of people who really liked it, it seems. But I haven't actually asked if I can share it with you all yet. But I plan to ask. I just didn't have time yesterday. Because it wouldn't just be a simple yes or no, it'd be a whole conversation. Foolish Genius, question. Have you ever played an evil player character in D&D? Oh goodness. Yes, and it made me very uncomfortable. It made me very uncomfortable. I played in a campaign where there was the normal adventuring party of heroes, and then secretly, unknown to the good guy party, there was a bad guys party. There was an antagonist group who was also playing in games. It was like every other week, so like the heroes thought that they were just playing the game every 2 weeks. They didn't know that the DM was also running games for a different group every other week. That's why they had the 2-week cycle. And so I actually played in both groups. I was basically a double agent, but I played 2 different characters. And the character that I played in the evil group, his name was Yurok Water Guy. Not Water Guy. Yurok Water Guy. No, its captions are not going to do me any favors here. It's a very weird name, I guess. Anyway, it was fun in a dark and disturbing way, because that was he was the most irredeemably evil character I had ever written, I'd ever designed for anything. Just an extremely violent, hateful, cruel man. Terrible, terrible person. The idea of that party was that ultimately all of the other characters in the party would come to realize that they were the baddies, and they would have an opportunity to seek redemption and actually join the good guys and be part of the hero team, which they did, and it was awesome. But part of the deal was, if they did that, they would have to fight me, because I'm not letting them quit their job. So they did, and it was brutal. It was a brutal battle. Yeah. My friend who ran that campaign and I had a falling out, which is unfortunate, but that's just how relationships go sometimes. But to his credit, I stand by it, that was probably the best D&D campaign that I've ever played in. Masterfully done, honestly. We're different people, but I still respect them. So yeah, that's my evil player character story, Foolish Genius. Yeah, I saved up all of my evil character energy for one character. I don't like playing villains, I like playing heroes. So when I finally decided to play a bad guy, I went all in. Alright, Rysong. Should I use all my bounty contracts to get tokens to run event-free plays to get chests? Oh, okay. Rysong, welcome. So I actually did answer your question. So because we didn't get to your question at the end of the last episode yesterday afternoon, I saved it as a leftover question to be the first thing that I talked about on this episode. So I did answer you earlier, but if you weren't here, that's okay. basically what I was saying is, you need to make a judgment call. Do you like the characters that are in the event? If you love them, then yes, you should use your bounty contracts, get your event tokens, and run free plays. If you feel tepid about it, like you're not super excited about it, then like just play the event with the regular event tokens that you'll get naturally, and save your bounty contracts for another event, for when you're like actually like super into the characters that you get. That was my advice. I hope that helps. I would not, in any event, I would not in any event use your bounty contracts like as soon as the event starts, like day 1, minute 1. Like go, all of my bounties. No. I would at least wait a few days to see how the community is reacting to the champions that are in that event, so you can get a kind of a temperature read on whether these characters are going to be like worth your time or not. That is my suggestion for you. Hope that helps. Sasuke boy, do we know anything about Human nerf? Is he going to be nerfed a lot? I have no idea. And that honest answer, I have no idea. I really don't. Sorry, I got nothing to give you. Onyx Squared. I mean, you might ask on Dev Insights, but I don't know. Onyx Squared question. Mars, Xander, Barrowin, and Rosie are the last time K champions I have to get. Could any of them have some Kreidel magic to slip past the radar? Anyone could have shenanigans magic. It's possible, of course. It's possible that anyone could have shenanigans magic. Do any of them have it? I don't know. Okay, I'll say that Barrowin had shenanigans magic when she was first released. It was possible to get just truly absurd damage numbers at the time using Barrowin. There was this whole thing about, like, if you put a champion in and watch their attack timers, and if Barrowin hits something before that champion does, like Barrowin gains a hammer, so you watch the champion's attack timer and you pull them out before they, like, after Barrowin attacks, but before they attack, and then put them back in, and then do that again, do it again, and then do it again, and 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 you get so many hammers on that champion, and then when they attack, it's just like boom, overkill, huge overkill. So that got fixed. So I would think that Barrowin is, like, least likely of the three to have some kind of shenanigans going on right now, just because she's already had that once upon a time. But whether Xander or Rosie do, I don't know. Worth checking, I guess. Also, when I first read your question, because you led with saying Mars and then went into other champions, I thought you were saying Mars, Xander, Barrowin, and Rosie are my last time gate champions, and I got really confused for just like a split second, like, wait a second, what? I'm not in the game. I wish I was. Alright, that actually catches us up on questions. Nice. So in that case, let's make this a little bit more exciting, shall we? Let's end this adventure. We got ourselves a Dungeon Master. Yay! So, with 2.77 EO5 favor, this says easy, deadly, deadly, easy, deadly, deadly, easy, deadly, deadly. So we are not ready for any of that deadly stuff. We could probably handle the easy ones. But I think, for now, I want to get back to Grand Tour. Mad Wizard. Let's go. New game, go burr. I want to go fast. Let's open up these silvers. I'm going to open up Electrum Chest in a second here. Alright, we're ready? Since I've got the 3 champions from the event now. Boom! Dungeon Master. Fully equipped. Nice. Nice. Beautiful. Love to see that. Alright. Let's use some potions. Oh, gold potion! Oh my god. Yes! I would like to go fast. Wow, got a lot of gems out of that, too. I guess I'll go ahead and use the... Yeah. 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 Alright, I'm all in, baby. Let's go. If I can get to 2,000 gems, I'll get some more chests going. But this is okay for now to start with. This is a favor run. I'm going to push as far as I can go. Just like we did yesterday. So we went from 5, just single-digit 5 favor, to 1.59 EO5. I think it was actually like 1.63 EO5, and then I spent some favor on blessings. Yeah, there's a little bit spent there. Yeah, so it was like 1.63. Cool. So now we're going to see how far we can get on this. Hopefully we can push to E6, E7. Raphael 90340, question, how close are you on Mert now? Yeah, we're really keeping an eye on that Mert progression, aren't we? We have 20 champions unlocked. And we're at 929 total loot levels out of 2,000, so we're very close to halfway there. Very nearly halfway to Mert in just one day. Not even a full 24 hours yet. Q Bon Jovi. Yeah, rip Kreidel. Kreidel's no longer secret cool DPS, unfortunately. It's the way it goes. It was because of a bug. We're going to fix bugs. Bugs that are bad for the game, we're going to fix. And bugs that are making characters, like, too strong, we're also going to fix. If it's not working as intended, then we're going to fix it. I trust that the ideal bugless version of this game that the company is always striving to reach is good. I trust the vision of Codename Entertainment. I've stuck around this long, so I'm gonna keep going. Look how they massacred my Poet Thief boy. It adds to the legend of Kreidel, in a way. I remember there was a funny moment where, on my own channel, I have done one unboxing stream ever. And it was for a bunch of Magic cards for Magic the Gathering Adventures in the Forgotten Realms set. I got a collector booster, the ones that have like the really special cards in it that are really expensive. And in that collector booster, Kreidel and Delana both showed up. Like, come on! I can't get one day away from you people! God dang it, Kreidel, Delana! Ugh! But Streamer Luck came through for me, because I also got the like, borderless full art Tiamat out of that one. This is super cool. That is like my prized possession magic card now. I don't have a lot, but that one's special. Yes, more. More gold find, please. Jarlaxle, thank you. Are you up to... Ooh, so close. Even more gold find, please. Thank you. Oh yeah, we have Dungeon Master now. I wonder if Dungeon Master would actually be better for me than using Evelyn or Ashara. Probably not, but maybe? Maybe? Maybe. Raphael 90340, when should a new player start to save potions, and also when should they use them? Only when doing deep pushes or some other times? J-Mick, I see that comment, that's really funny. Raphael, you should always be saving potions, because you'll just be getting them over time as you open up chests. But when should you be using them? If you know that you're going to do a deep push, then you should use your potions. Or if you are playing an adventure or variant and you are so very close, like you're within 10 stages of winning, then you should also use potions. And don't commit like everything at once. Like don't go full potions right out the gate until you have hundreds or thousands of them and it doesn't matter anymore. Instead, like, invest them smartly. Like, I'm only putting on large potions for now, and I'll put on some others later on. Speaking of, now I've got more. Wait a second. Do I at least have full gear for my evergreens? Like, do they have something in every slot? No. Alright, we're gonna go silvers then, I think. Yeah. Silvers, please. Maybe I'll get lucky and get another shiny. Shiny, please. Nope. You miss 100% of the shots that you don't take, so I gotta at least call the shot in the hopes that one day it'll happen. I just got a called shot yesterday. I shouldn't be so greedy. But I got what I wanted out of that, which is speed potions. Sorry. Something caught in my throat. Faster! More faster. Yeah, I'll stop at 2. I'll put that on 2, though. Alright. Cool. TG Nubis. So why does damage from champion versus click damage nerfing? Was there an unintended stacking of damage with click damage or something? Yeah, I think so. I don't understand fully, like, exactly why that was happening. I know the devs fixed it, but I don't have, like, any greater insight to share about it. About, like, how the coding on that worked or something. But the theory is that it was coded as click damage, and that was being added to click damage, which was then also getting debuffs. So you were effectively, like, the actual click damage you're getting doesn't matter, but, like, it was basically getting doubled effective debuffs, because it was both an attack and click damage, which is way too strong. Meki Muroosu, question. Mars, I think this visual aid might be off. Chat is saying Xander is not a speed champion. But your visual aid says he's a speed champion. Alright. I know you're new around here, Meki Muroosu, so for you, I'll explain. Xander is a lie. I love the boy because he's such an underdog character. He just wants to be with the cool kids. His whole backstory is like, he's just this street urchin who wants to learn about magic. He wants to be cool, and I resonate with that. I want to be cool too. I want to play D&D with the big kids, you know? I want to be somebody, like Xander. So he's plucky, and I like him for that. But he's marked as a speed champion in the game, and he technically has a speed mechanic ability. But when his speed mechanic ability comes into play is not when you even want it. It would be like having a gold find champion that's like, this champion increases your gold find as long as you're not making any gold. Well, then why do you have it? This champion increases your damage as long as you're not dealing any damage. Why do you have this, then? Xander is like that. In actual practice, Xander is not great. As a support, he's okay. I actually used him to complete lessening classes for unlocking Xeraphon. I was dealt in a DPS for that with Xander supporting. So that was the best time I ever had with Xander. He really earned his keep that day. But not for the speed ability. Jamek Unyielding. Question, hey Mars, speaking of magic, who do you most want to see in Commander Legends Baldur's Gate? I'm really hoping for Javi, Jaheira, and Strahd. Oh man, yeah, I want to see a Strahd card. Oh my god. It'd be so cool. Havilar, yeah, because, like, I really like Frida, so it would be super cool to also have the twin, to have Havilar, too. I can't get them down right now, but other prized possession magic cards, I got Aaron Evans to sign my Frida cards, which is so nice of her to do. I have them in a special place. I want to get them in, like, a shadow box, and then put that on the wall. That would be the ideal, I think. Sorry, Dungeon Master. I'm going to go back to Jarlaxle for more gold. More gold! In the zone! Not sure about you yet, Tyrell. Definitely want to be using Averin. I've got choices to make. I mean, if I'm going Moonbeam material, then I'd have to put him in the back. If I go with Wild Shape, then I could lose Nayeli, because I only need one tank. Yeah, why not? Let's go Wild Shape, Tyrell, and go here. Averin can go here. Yeah, that's good. Cool. Raphael 90340. Mars, how soon do you think you'll be able to do the split the party quests? It depends on the champions from upcoming events and time gates. It could be very soon, like in the next month or two. Or it could be far away. Let's check out who's in upcoming events. Mehen, so that's slot 3, and Jaheira, that's slot 4. Nice, boom, boom, slot 3 and 4. Cool. Then I would just need 5, 10, and 12. I could get Azaka for 12. That'd be not bad. It's not bad. So then I need 5 and 10, huh? Okay, let's take a look at upcoming events again. What's after that? Celise for slot 12. Okay, so I might actually get Celise before I even get Azaka. Nova for slot 11. Nox, that's 6. Freely is 7. Eliwick is 10. By the time I get down to this one, Midsummer, by the time we get to Midsummer, I will definitely have been able to do a time gate to get somebody in slot 5. So, at the longest, it will take me until, like, I guess halfway into the Midsummer event, because I'll need whatever time it takes to actually unlock Eliwick. So there's a cap on how long it will take. The cap is halfway into Midsummer. If I don't have it by then, I'll be shocked. But with luck, with RNG on my side, I should have it before then. We'll see how it goes, of course. Maybe I should replace Hitch. Because he's not actually buffing Catti-Brie. Catti-Brie doesn't have the charisma for Hitch. Ah, it feels good to be going fast. Elduin. So the changes made to Kreidel are not observable changes, correct? Yes, that is correct. I believe. Smugglebira. What's Jarlaxle's gold buff versus DMs if you spec for it? Good question. Let's find out. So with Jarlaxle, right now I'm getting 576% bonus gold. And with Dungeon Master, if I spec for it... Here we go. This one. With Dungeon Master... Oh, I gotta actually get him out here. Not that one. That one. 500% increase. So yeah, Jarlaxle's better for me. So 1.15 EO7, 1.42 EO7. I am getting more gold out of Jarlaxle than I am Dungeon Master. Sorry, Dungeon Master. Them's the breaks. Bill Slowski, question. Hi, Mars. You did about 24,000 gems for 3rd Modron core. Out of the 3 cores, which one is the best? On my Steam account, my Modest core is definitely my best core. You get the most, like, power buffs out of that in general. But from what I understand, if you have a high-strength DPS character like Krond, then the strong Modron core, the one that costs 500,000 gems, is better for you. And then, of course, if you just want to go fast and you don't care about getting the absolute most power, like the most DPS or gold find, then you should go for the fast core, because you'll just be able to go through things faster. And that was the core that I was mainly focused on my Epic account when I was playing on that one. Once, like, I had my Modest core going, and I used it up until the point that I unlocked my fast core, and then I just switched to fast core and stayed on that. Which served me well, I feel. Whew! This is such a rush. Hey, feat slots are coming in now. Nice, 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 nice. Increase health for you. Mirror image for you. Definitely mirror image. All champ damage. Not you. You. Ricochet up. I'm probably gonna end up replacing Hitch, though. Actually, yeah. Would it be better if I just, like, bring in Evelyn, put fighting style protection on, and then I could do, like, I need Evelyn to be in front of things, so I need to do, like, this, and then, like, this. Okay. I mean, because I'm still getting upgrades, so it might be a while until I can actually test which one's better for me. But for now, I'll just go with Evelyn. Maybe I'll bring in Ashara, too. Cool. As long as we're getting kills, I'm not going to switch her. I'll start switching her when things are slowing down. Kraken UK. Question. Hey, Mars. Awesome help you've been giving. Thank you. I'd try my best, honestly. I know you mentioned a hidden pity timer. Tripped up on my words there. For event silver and gold chest. Does it reset if you swap between champion free plays? It does not reset, but it does remember. So, like, if you are doing Krydle free plays, if you do, like, 3 Krydle free plays, and you get a silver chest each time for Krydle, so now your pity timer is ready to give you a gold chest on your next Krydle run. You can't pivot to Dungeon Master and get a guaranteed gold chest for Dungeon Master. It remembers your pity timer for Krydle, and for Shaka, and for Dungeon Master, separately. So you can go 3 silvers on Krydle, 3 silvers on Shaka, 3 silvers on Dungeon Master. And then you will be guaranteed gold for each of them on your next run. But no, they do not share a pity timer. I think that was what your question was asking. Spiral's speeds. Good question, perhaps? We'll see. Most of them are. Is Patience Young One supposed to buff the party if no one is 20 in party? If you have items that increase the ability's effectiveness? No. It gives you nothing if you have no one in the formation that counts toward it. It gives you absolutely nothing. Because it just starts at 0. It's got to have at least 1 stack to give you something. Hey, Ixie to Mac Ixie. You don't gotta be sorry for being new. This is a very new player-friendly stream. I welcome new players in. I've been told that I get more new players on the stream than our other shows, which is awesome. I love it. I love being the welcome wagon for new faces. It's okay to ask whatever questions you want to ask, even if they're very basic. I don't mind. Raphael, 90340, question. Do you or anyone in the team want any of the Baldur's Gate 3 characters as champions and idle champions? I can't speak on behalf of anyone else in the team. But do I? Yes, absolutely. Shadowheart. Lae'zel. Very cool characters. I really like them. Will? I really like Will. Man, yeah. Honestly, my team playing through, unless they add other new characters, my team for Baldur's Gate 3 when it's fully released is probably gonna be Lae'zel, Shadowheart, and Will. I can't stand that vampire guy. I hate his guts. Hate that guy. Terrible. Ugh. No. Jerk. I don't care how pretty he thinks he is. He's mean. He's evil. I don't like him. Gale is fun and amusing. A bit arrogant. I think I would enjoy Gale more if he wasn't a party member, but was instead like a frequently recurring supporting NPC who just keeps showing up, and it's like, hey, it's you again! I think I would like that. But when he's actually a member of my party, it's like, ugh, the novelty has worn off and I'm sick of you now. Get out of here. But yeah, I really like Lae'zel and Shadowheart and Will. They're really cool. I don't know how viable it is that we can get them in Idle Champions. I mean, never say never, though, right? Like, maybe. That'd be some pretty cool cross-marketing. And then I wonder if we could get an Idle Champions thing into Baldur's Gate 3, like as a trade or something. Maybe a special weapon or something, I don't know. Axe of the Tutorial Dwarf, I don't know. Something like that. Reds fan. Question, Mars, what do you think of Person from Our World showing up in a D&D campaign? Totally, yeah. That is canonical. It's canonical to the Forgotten Realms that our Earth, our planet Earth, is part of the Dungeons & Dragons multiverse. Seriously, like, look it up. Elminster came to our world. He really likes hanging out in Yellowstone National Park. He is friends with Ed of the Greenwood. Ed Greenwood. He visited the Wizards of the Coast headquarters. It's a thing. You can read up about it. Oh, and yes, it's also, that is the plot of the cartoon. We got the cartoon series back here on DVD. And that's literally what happens in this, is these kids ride on a roller coaster and get dumped into the world of Dungeons and Dragons and get stuck there and have to find a way home. That's the plot of the cartoon. It's really fun. All right, let's potentially move some people around here. Let's see how Dungeon Master fares versus Evelyn. Things are slowing down here. If I switch to Dungeon Master, do things pick up? No. Okay. Ashara! How's it going? I would like you to be bonded to humans. Yeah, because I'm trying to set up Catty Breed DPS here. Oh no, that is not working out. Alright, so between Ashara, Dungeon Master, Evelyn... Oh, looks like Dungeon Master's pulled ahead. A little bit. Oh, apparently we're Hitch DPS, actually. Okay, that's fine. As long as somebody's getting kills. Oh no! We weren't getting any kills with Dungeon Master out, even though the damage was higher. But we're at least getting something with Evelyn out here. Okay, we're gonna park on this stage. Let me put health potion on, damage potion on. Oh no! Nice. We're definitely getting favor now. Oh, more questions have come piling in. Excellent. Ayla Overhitch. Oh, I didn't realize that I didn't have Ayla in here. Thank you, chat. Let's get Ayla in here instead of Evelyn. Oh, yeah, maybe I should actually replace Hitch. Evelyn instead of Hitch? Yeah, that is better. Okay. Oh, I wasn't even leveling Ayla. Yeah, let's keep it here for a bit so we can farm up some gold. Yes, good. Give me the monies. Alright. Spiral speeds. But with Dungeon Master's Disappearing Act, do you get more gold than Jarlaxle? No. No, we were, Jarlaxle was at 76% higher. It was like, Dungeon Master was giving me 500% gold increase with Disappearing Act, and Jarlaxle was giving me 576% increase for gold. Now, as they continue leveling and they continue getting upgrades for those abilities, I don't know what they'll end up at. But at the moment, Jarlaxle's giving me more than Dungeon Master. That being said, I could use them both together. I get even more, right? Dungeon Master is... Okay. I guess Dungeon Master is my DPS right now. That's fun. And weird. Of course, I need him to disappear for Uni. If I'm gonna actually get that. Okay. Ixie Tamak Ixie, is there something I should do to get gems fast, or is it just a time thing? It is initially a time thing, because when you are first starting out in the game, you don't really have a way of generating gems at a significantly faster rate. The only thing that you can really do initially is, if you're looking to grind gems in a free play, you can go to this adventure, the Mad Wizard, which is in the second camp of Grand Tour of the Sword Coast. It's this one. Because there are multiple stages in this adventure where the enemies spawn faster. The faster enemies are spawning, the faster you can take them down. The faster you can take them down, the more quickly you can get to and complete boss stages to get rewards from those stages. And so, the faster you can get gems. Outside of that, you will, by collecting chests or buying chests with gems, you will be able to find potions of speed that make the game go faster when you use them. I have 2 of them on right now, which is why it's going as fast as it is currently. But to go significantly faster, you also want to pick up speed champions. Champions that have game mechanics. See, Whittle's a speed champion. Champions that have game mechanics which make the game go faster. Like Tasty Friends. Champions affected by Whittle's vampiric gaze, which is everyone adjacent to her, look extra tasty to the enemies. Each affected champion increases the monster's spawn speed by 10%, stacking additively for a total bonus currently of 485%. Because she has a gear that also applies to this. So I've got huge gains on my enemy spawn speed increase right now, which is fantastic. It feels so good. So nice to have. Come on, guys, don't give up now. There we go. Decide to wait for that category critical, I suppose. All right. Raphael, 90340, question. What is the most weird team composition that you can remember making? Oh, I actually have an answer for this. Raphael, I guess you weren't here for when we did this. And love you forever. If anybody can remember the episode number or the date when it happened. But once upon a time, we spent a whole episode on intentionally trying to design the worst formation possible. And then seeing how far that would actually go. That was a hoot. That was such a fun time. Yeah, just the worst. Yeah, that was my chess code for the day. That was really funny. Yeah, no, Sean loved it. He got a big laugh out of that. That was fantastic. Yeah, I submitted it to Formation Save afterward and challenged them to be like, all right, y'all, I made the worst formation ever. Now you see if you can make it any worse. And the thing is, they thought they did, but they didn't, though. They didn't. They didn't actually make it worse. That was such a fun time. We had stuff like, we had Artemis out on the field and no other DPS champions for him to observe. We had Archon, I think, in bulk up and not at the front, because that's the only time that matters, is when he's at the front. And we also had the Hand of Vecna feat on him, so that he would almost immediately die when you started each stage, because it just drains his health quickly. So we were effectively playing with one champion down at all times because of that. It was so funny. Ooh, Pet a G! Just the worst code is from episode 115. Aha! Thank you, Pet a G. Hopefully that's saved somewhere. And Mekimura Osu also confirming episode 115. Sweet! Yeah, if the VOD is out there, go find episode 115. Was so funny. We had such a great time on that one. Like, chat was really, like, we were all just, like, just brainstorming, just think-tanking, like, okay, how can we make this worse? It was so fun. Just intentionally playing the game wrong as a joke. It's very amusing. Oh, I guess I don't need you out here now. Would Evelyn be better? Apparently. Yeah, as long as you're getting kills. So we're at least getting money out of this. Sweet, we're gonna go up from E5 to E7 favor, at the very least. Maybe we can get to E8. I doubt it, but we can at least get to E7. That'll be good. Yes, we built the formation wrong, as a joke. I love that movie. Eluder, how many favors do you have? Barely any. So I only have favor in 2 campaigns right now, Grand Tour of the Sword Coast, the default campaign, and the current event, the running year 5. In the event, I have 2.77 E05 favor at the moment, and in Grand Tour of the Sword Coast, I have 1.59 E05 favor at the moment. I will be getting up to E07 favor, however, when I reset this adventure. I might get more than that, but right now we're at 2 E07 gain. Hypnotic Sheep, have you tried Interact DPS since the buff? No, but I'm planning to do that tomorrow. Foolish Genius question, have you used the special guest to beat a variant you couldn't before? Not yet. Not yet. Pork Belly, how long is there typically between events? It's consistent. When an event ends, it ends on it'll end on this upcoming Monday, the May 9th at 12 p.m. Pacific time. I've got a calendar over here. That's what I'm pointing at. And then, in fact, here you go. Here's a calendar. So the event's going to end on May 9th at 12 p.m. Pacific. And then on the 11th, a Wednesday, 12 p.m. Pacific, there will be a content update like Adventures or something like that. And then that will go through the weekend. There will be a free Timegate weekend starting on that Friday at 12 p.m. Pacific, which will end on the next Monday, the 16th at 12 p.m. Pacific. And then on that next Wednesday, the 18th at 12 p.m. Pacific, will be the start of the next event. Events run for 12 days, and then there's basically a 9-day break until the next event starts. So it's a 21-day cycle, which is why we say there's an event every 3 weeks. I hope that helps. Foolish Genius, nope, I did that one. Spiral Speeds. It's weird that when I level up Dungeon Master to increase that ability at level 25, 225, 350 for Dungeon Master, it shows my party's damage go up. Why is that? Which ability is that for Dungeon Master? It's like I am not so strong of memory that I can remember exactly when he gets upgrades at specific levels. Patience Young Ones at 25, and then 225? He doesn't get an upgrade at 225. Do you mean just 220 for the upgraded Patience Young Ones, since that was the one at 25? And then 350, yeah, Patience Young Ones. Okay, so yes, I think I was just mistyped. Okay, so Patience Young Ones. So you're seeing your damage go up from Patience Young Ones up here when you upgrade that ability. Well, it's giving you a bonus. It's giving you a damage increase for all of your champions based on how many champions in your formation are 20 years or younger. So you must have at least one champion in your formation that is 20 years or younger. And then you're getting the bonus from that ability because you qualify for it at that point. And then just every time you upgrade that ability, you're getting more out of it. Just like you would for upgrading any other ability. You had no one 20 years or younger? Are you sure about that? Are you absolutely positive about that? Because there's like 12 characters. Which is fewer than I would have expected, if I'm being honest. I would have expected more than that. You are positive it shows outgoing at 0%. Really? Interesting. No, the DM isn't cheating and counting himself, because if it did, then it would show total bonus of something here. It wouldn't show 0, it would show something. You would count as one stack for it. Then that's odd. I don't know why then. That's weird. Is there a way to watch episode 115? YouTube doesn't seem to have it. It might be in our Twitch VODs. There is a spot like where we stopped intentionally saving my videos. It was decided we would stop saving all of my videos and exporting them to YouTube because I do so many of them, and that it would only be like certain special ones. And then we set it up so that things are being automatically exported to YouTube. But there was that gap between those two decisions where those are effectively lost episodes. I still have the local recordings of most of those, I think. But I don't know if I have that one. Let me check my video files, see if I at least have it. What was the date for episode 115? If I know the date, then I can find it in my files here. I feel like that was in like February, but I don't know. If someone can tell me the date, that'd be super helpful. I have, oh gosh, how many are in here? Oh my god. My live streams recordings folder is 200 gigabytes. I might need to clean this out. That's a lot of space. I need to get like a terabyte external drive and put them over there or something. I'm gonna get back to other questions. Titanic, Kobold Selmers. Hello, yes, Kobold here. Can we perchance get more Kobolds? We have a few already, if you're unaware. We have Ishi in slot 4. She's a Kobold Fighter Rogue. We have Deacon in slot 1. He's a Kobold Bard. We have... Human. Yes, we have Human in slot 8? Yeah. Who is definitely a human and not 3 kobolds wearing a trench coat. We have Spurt in slot 3, who is a kobold rogue and is from Critical Role. I think that's it for kobolds. And then there are various skins that let champions appear as kobolds. Some of those are in the shop right now, actually. Let's see. Oh, Polymorph Calliope, here's one. So here's Calliope appearing as a kobold. And... just having to read the names here to find them. It feels so out of order. What is this default order? Like, order of release? You know what? This will be easier. Skin. There we go. Polymorph Yorvin. Gives you a kobold skin for Yorvin. And... there's a... oh, Polymorph Minsk. There you go. Kobold skin for Minsk. And there should be Polymorphed Havilar, but I don't know if that's still available. I guess not. Yeah, there's at least 4 Kobold champions. Oh, Mars, the episode was January 21st of 2022. Okay, let's see if I have that. It looks like I do. It looks like I do. Okay, let me open up this video file real quick. And just skip ahead. Oh yeah! This is the one! This is the one where I was building the worst formation possible. Okay. Oh, that's great. Like, I had Ashara in here with no one that applied for Ashara's bonds. God, I had Shaka in here with his celestial puzzles, and not a single person was in the correct puzzle spot. Oh boy. Yeah, it's all just bad. Oh man, that's fantastic. Yes, I do have that file. So maybe I can talk to people about uploading that, because that was a really funny one. I forgot Ishi? I don't think I forgot Ishi. I think that was the first one I said was Ishi in slot 4 because she's a rogue. I remember saying that. Moving on to other questions. And could we perchance get more kobolds? Sure. Yeah, of course. I'm not the right person to ask about that, but I would love to have more kobolds. They're actually one of my favorite character races in the game. I really like humans and elves and kobolds and Illumians are my all-time favorite, even though they're not in 5th edition. IntelliBlue, so does the Hidden Pity timer reset at the end of the event? Yes. It does. It resets. Spiral Speeds, question follow-up. It does indeed show Dungeon Master's outgoing buff for Patience Young Ones to be 0%, yet when I level up Dungeon Master to the tiers that unlock power up that ability, like at 25, 225, 350, party damage goes up by the sword in the UI without having any 20s in the party. Would items affect that? Is it a bug? My damage increases more than the value of Dungeon Master alone. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, that might be a bug. I will put that forward to the team. Huh. Weird. That's all I can say. That's a weird one. I can't explain that. Wild. Oh, why didn't that unbold? There we go. Let's try pushing forward again. Let's try pushing forward again. I want to see if we can get to 200. That'd be pretty cool. More. More. More fast. More gold? Yes, more gold. Just more of everything, please. Yes, good. Yes! Yes, good! Kill! Haha! Goodbye, Mad Wizard. It was just an illusion anyway. Not the real Mad Wizard, I think. One of them is fake. One of the Mad Wizards that you fight on this adventure isn't real. It's just a projection. Opening up some silver chests, see what we can get, yes. Won't be long until I reach at least full green, or even full blue for that matter, especially with all the electrums that we give out. Alright, Gaming Poet. When should I transition away from buying silver chest and into golden chest? Oh, I was still talking about that. I was just talking about in my opinion, when you have reached like full green, or at least like some green, some blue, or mostly blue, you should transition to gold chests at that point. Basically, if you still see like the white common gear on any of your evergreen champions, then you should keep opening up silvers for now, to put it simply. Go Ultimates! That's not helping as much as I wanted it to help Ultimates. Alright, at this point, even if I'm not getting gold out of it, I just want to get the kill so we can clear 200. Because I don't think I've cleared 200 yet? Yeah, this is the furthest that I've gone on this account so far. You're currently seeing me set a personal best on this account. Yes, Sean forgave you for that one. For the worst formation of all time. He had fun with it. Squidge, question. How do you use freely? Liberally. The exact spot you put freely in the formation doesn't really matter. Put them wherever you want. And for his specialization, choose the alignment that matches the most characters in your formation. And yeah, you really don't need to do anything specifically with him. He's kind of a fire and forget kind of champion. You can just put him in and it'll just make you stronger. You don't need to play him in a way that's special. It does what it says on the tin. Yes, you can just use him freely. I never clocked that before, but yeah, that's funny that his name is built into his design intentions. That's cool. Did a good job on that. Yeah, the Area 200 done. Sweet. Raphael90340 question. If we could have a monster as a champion, which one would you like it to be? A Flumph. Yeah. Yeah, give me a Flumph who's decided to become an adventurer. That would be delightful. They're so cute. They're aberrations, so they're from the far realm, but they're lawful good. They want to help people and be heroes. Adorable. They feed off of emotions. And not in a way that's, like, bad for you. It's just whatever your emotions are, they just subsist off of that psychic resonance, I guess. On a squared question. Mars, are you experiencing the issue where the champion Dungeon Master makes available disappears when switching parties? I'm still experiencing it even though I have the latest updates. Thanks. I have not experienced that. No, not even once. That hasn't happened. Wait, no. I do remember that happening, like, day 1 that I was using him, but it stopped. Because I remember opening up my Adventuring Party screen and just noticing that, like, hey, the champion that he chose for special guest star is in the preview picture there. Weird. Yeah. But, no, hasn't happened to me since then. I mean, if you're still getting that bug, you should put in a ticket about it, because there might be, like, some other edge case that is causing it that they could zero in on. So when it comes to stamping out these bugs, you gotta get all the edge cases. It's weird. Yeah, put in a ticket, Onyx. And if you can, like, make it happen. Make it happen in your game, and then right then when you notice it, put in a ticket so that they can, like, immediately grab that. Spiral Speeds. Question. Related to the DM and Patience Young One's ability, do you think items that increase the ability's effectiveness would increase party damage? That's what I'm starting to suspect, that the Dungeon Master's Patience Young One's item is giving you the bonus even when you don't have the stats for it, and it's just not reporting that on Dungeon Master's character sheet. That's my suspicion, but I can't confirm that. I don't have the tools to really dig into that. Smugglebeer, a question. When building a formation for a variant with extreme limited slots available, like Tales of Two Heroes, how do you consider what champions to pick to beat it? Tanks versus sports versus DPS, including DM, for example? A tank, definitely. Otherwise, you will get stomped. And then you need to have a DPS. Someone that has some kind of a ramping ability. If the tank has a ramping buff based on how many enemies they're tanking, good. If the DPS has a ramping buff based on something, like Hitch throwing daggers at people, then good. Another way that you could go is debuffers. So you take a tank who can debuff, like Gromma or Ayla, and then you also use a DPS who can debuff, like Warden. And then that will also go well for you. But if you are playing Tales of Two Champions, use Dungeon Master, because he makes it from, instead of 2 champions, it's actually 4. Dungeon Master's like, Tale of Two Champions, and also me, and also my friend. Ye Olde Dice Goblin, question. How's the overpowered brand new account doing? Pretty good! It's doing pretty good! This is the second adventure that I've done in Grand Tour of the Sword Coast, and we've already cleared stage 200. We're getting to E7 favor here, which means that I will have enough to pick up double damage, probably clear all of the tier 1 globals. And then, like, one more push, I'll be able to pick up Gem Hunter. That's fantastic. I would like to go until I get Start Strong. Is there anything I could do to adjust this now? Oh, Naily is much better here than Hitch. Yeah, bye, Hitch. Get out of here. Naily isn't even leveled up. Oh, yeah. Now we're tearing through this again. Nice. Lediath, quick thing. Doesn't Makos give you a bond? Because it's 4 now. What? Makos does not have a bond ability. Ashara is the one with the bond ability. Makos qualifies for Ashara's Potpourri bond. So, yes, you could incorporate Makos into an Ashara formation. But Makos himself does not have a bond. Bricklayer Tim, question. Can you explain Bud and versus the DPS at the top and the potions that work with it? So, Bud, your base ultimate damage, it explains it right here, actually. Your Bud is based on the DPS of the highest hit that any champion has recently achieved against a single enemy. This value slowly degrades over time until it is replaced with a bigger hit. Ultimate attacks and fire potions do damage based upon this number. So, the hardest that you hit something sets your bud. And then your ultimates do damage based on that number. Your fire breath potions do damage based on that number. And that number decays over time until you hit something and do a bigger hit. And then you have that as your bud now. So that's how that one works. That takes into account, like, debuffs. So if you have some kind of a debuff on enemies like Ayla, every 2 seconds a random enemy approaching the formation is primed. They're like hit with a lightning bolt. Primed enemies take 50% more damage from all champions. Cool. So that's a debuff. We call it a debuff. These champions, these enemies that have like a static electricity field around them are taking more damage than normal. And your bud incorporates that into its calculation. These DPS numbers don't. Or at least your base DPS doesn't. Running average does, but base DPS doesn't. But this number is only looking at your base DPS. The full breakdown will show you everything, but base DPS is not showing you, it's not reflecting debuffs. Bud is. So when we say that, like, this number is a lie, you should be using your bud, that's what we mean. As for what potions work with each, Fire Breath potions care about your bud, and your other potions just work as they do. They don't really care about either of these things. I mean, like, if you put on potions of giant strength to deal more damage, then yes, both your base DPS, your running average, and your bud will all go up. There are tank champions that have ramping buffs based on how many enemies that they're tanking, like Tyrell here, with Forces of Good. Increase the damage of good champions by 100% for each enemy attacking Tyrell and or each enemy in rage attack. So the more I can keep Tyrell alive, the more enemies that he can take on at once. And so the more of a buff that he's giving to my DPS champion so that my champion is able to do more damage and thus set a greater bud. And so, Potions of Heroism, which increase health, are useful for that purpose. Potions of Clairvoyance that give you more gold will let you afford more upgrades, and with more upgrades, you will deal more damage. And then that also informs, of course, just dealing more damage will increase your base DPS, your running average, and your bud. I think that's it. That's getting into some real basics of how potions work, but hopefully that helps. Loyal Kreebop question: once I get purples on all my evergreens, do I just buy silver chests at that point? You should get some familiars. If you don't have like at least 3 or 4 familiars, then you should get some familiars. But then, yeah, it's time to go item levels and shiny hunting by just going for silver chests at that point. Have fun with it. May fortune be ever in your favor. Severin Blaine, question: should I go for Dragonbait since I just got a Zaka? Or should I switch to starting Waterdeep? You might as well. You might as well pick up Dragonbait, because you're already halfway to him already. At that point, once you have a Zaka. Olcoria takes a lot more work. But then again, the sooner you start in Olcoria, the sooner you'll get her. Olcoria is really useful in magic attacking formations. So like Ashara DPS, Olcoria is good in that. Gym DPS, Olcoria works well with. But if you're not planning to actually use Olcoria because you don't really use a magic attacking DPS champion, then yeah, go get Dragonbait. Because Olcoria is definitely a lower priority for you at that point. Is it Chris? Question: am I wrong for using Mako's Dark Lux as my primary DPS spec? No. No, that's a bad way of thinking. You're not wrong for playing the game your way. Whatever way you play the game that makes you happy is good and correct for you. We can all enjoy the game in our own ways. All the optimizers can enjoy their optimizing. All the people that just want to play lore teams that just use like Dritz and Brunor and Catti-brie, Wolfgar and Regis and whoever else, like, great, good, that's great. Yes, play the way that you want to play. I intentionally designed the worst formation I possibly could and I had a great time. The point of any video game is to have fun. You're not doing anything wrong by using Mako's Dark Luck as your primary DPS spec. For that matter, Mako's on that spec just got some upgrades recently. So he's even better about that than he used to be. So enjoy yourself. Don't feel like you're doing anything wrong. Final question for today. Spiral Speeds question. Catti and Dellen have been my highest DPS so far lately. And so related to you mentioning ramping damage, should I get Tides of Chaos for Delana and in the zone for Catti when they're main DPS? Yes. Is there any instance to use Fond of Magic for Delana and follow for Catti? How do you decide which trait to use? No, I just pretty much always go for the ones that have, like, ramping buffs, even if they're RNG based like Catti. That's it. I mean, you can experiment and try other things, but for me, like, I just always go with the one that gives me more power, even if it's not consistent. Okay, and that's going to be it today. It looks like I have a message here. What is this? Oh, that was Sean. Sending me the invitation for the Zoom call for formation save. So, let's wrap up here so that I can be off. Oh gosh, I almost forgot something. Let me do something. Report card. Mars Guiding Hand. Report card week 1. There you go. I'll, adjust this, make it prettier on the screen. But, I prepared this ahead of time just to show that, like, this is what I have in mind for how the report card progression will look like. So the champions I got from the Steam promo have a Steam icon. Champions that I got from a code, like Strix and Evelyn, have a combination chest icon. Hitch has a newsletter icon. And the champions that I just got from regular events don't have an icon because I unlock them the normal way. If I get them from a time gate, I'll have a time gate icon. I've also filled in some information on the left there as well. So this is what I have in mind for the progress report card thing. Okay, so shut that off. Now that's done. And now let's wrap up. So thank you everyone for joining me for this episode of Mars Guiding Hand. Hope to see you again next time. I will actually be back in 7 minutes for formation save with Sean. So get cozy. Stay right here. If you want to keep hanging out with me, I'm here most of the day. I'm on 3 streams in a row on Thursdays, so... but Mars Guiding Hand specifically will be back tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Pacific. You can follow Idle Champions on social media. You can find me on Twitter at Ryan Blake Hall, but please call me Mars. Thank you, Codename Entertainment. Thank you, Jordan, for moderating, producing, and catching questions for me today. And thank you, everyone, for watching. Wherever you are in the multiverse, be safe, be kind. Don't be afraid to experiment. Try new things. The world is a beautiful, brilliant, and interesting place. And until next time, look sharp. Good stuff. Yeah, it'll be more like a 5-minute break. Less than that, actually, because I got it ready for this stream, too. You have a wonderful day, too, Chris, and everybody.